To the world, Itachi Uchiha was a traitor, a murderer, a criminal who slaughtered his own clan without mercy. But to Naruto's story, he was something more complex, a child soldier who carried the weight of an entire village's sins in silence. This video isn't about how powerful Itachi was, it's about how his pain, his choices, and his quiet resolve make him one of the most well-written characters in Naruto. Itachi's ultimate goal was to protect both his younger brother Sasuke and the Hidden Leaf Village by preventing a devastating civil war. Even if doing so meant becoming a villain and sacrificing his own life and honor, acting under the orders of Konoha's elders, he orchestrated the Uchiha clan massacre to stop the coup d'etat. Afterward, he lived as a rogue ninja within the Akatsuki, secretly serving as a double agent. Everything he did was meant to ensure that Sasuke would grow strong enough to one day kill him, avenging the clan and freeing Sasuke from the cycle of hatred. At the time of the massacre, Itachi was only 13 years old. He was not just killing his clan, he was forced to take the lives of his own parents as well, a burden unimaginably heavy for someone so young, especially for a person as kind-hearted and humble as he was. Before this, he had already suffered the loss of his closest friend, Shisui Uchiha, who was like a brother to him. On top of all that, Itachi placed his younger brother under a powerful genjutsu, forcing Sasuke to hate him so that he would grow stronger and survive in a harsh world. Itachi was a calm and insightful shinobi who displayed remarkable maturity for his age, along with a deep understanding of how to handle nearly any situation. His greatest strengths included his immense intellect, unmatched genjutsu abilities, strategic brilliance, and selfless devotion to both his village and his younger brother. These qualities made him a composed person and a sharp tactician who always thought several steps ahead. However, his greatest flaw was his overwhelming and manipulative love for Sasuke. This led him to design a painful, secretive path for his brother, unintentionally nurturing the same hatred that he himself carried. In addition to his emotional burdens, Itachi also suffered from a severe illness and low chakra reserves, which limited his stamina despite his immense power. Itachi's personality was a blend of profound kindness and a cold, detached exterior adopted for the sake of the greater good. Ultimately, he sacrificed his own happiness and life to protect others. He is defined by extraordinary mental and emotional depth marked by abnormal intelligence, deep trauma, immense self-sacrifice, and constant internal conflict. He's consistently operated with a long-time logical mindset, prioritizing peace and the greater good over personal happiness, while bearing an overwhelming psychological burdens in silence. That's what makes Itachi's character so compelling, is that even at a young age, he was willing to go to unimaginable lengths to protect his village and his little brother. He chose to be seen as a villain, even though the truth wrongdoing came from those in power, such as Danzo. In reality, Itachi was the hero, one who would rather die branded as a criminal than allow his village to be destroyed. Itachi's backstory is the foundation of his identity as a deeply complex and tragic figure defined by pacifism, unwavering loyalty to Konoha, and his unbreakable love for his younger brother. His life experiences force him into impossible decisions, requiring him to carry overwhelming personal burdens in the name of the greater good. Several key events in his past played a crucial role in shaping who he became. One of the most impactful moments occurred when Itachi was only 4 years old. During the Third Shinobi War, he witnessed countless deaths firsthand. The early exposure to violence deeply traumatized him and shaped his pacifist beliefs. As a result, he trained relentlessly with the dream of eliminating conflict altogether, placing the village's overall stability above his clan's personal ambition. Another defining factor was the growing conflict within the Uchiha clan. Rising tensions and the planning of the coup d'etat placed Itachi in an impossible position. In an effort to prevent bloodshed, he became a double agent spying on his own clan for the village in hopes of finding a peaceful resolution. The death of Shisui Uchiha, Itachi's closest friend and someone he viewed as a brother, further changed the course of his life. Before taking his own life, Shisui entrusted Itachi with his remaining eye and the responsibility of protecting the village. This loss had a profound emotional impact on Itachi, awakening his Amangekuin Sharingan and solidifying his resolve to shoulder the burden alone through self-sacrifice. The most devastating event was the Uchiha clan massacre. Faced with Danzo's ultimatum that was allowed the entire clan, including Sasuke, to die in a civil war or carry out the massacre himself and spare his little brother, Itachi chose Sasuke. Although this act was driven by desire to prevent a larger war and protect his brother, It left him consumed by guilt and long-lasting emotional trauma. Finally, after his death and subsequent reanimation, Itachi came to recognize the flaw in his approach. He realized that he should have been honest with Sasuke and trusted him, rather than attempting to manipulate his path from the shadows. This realization allowed him to finally speak openly with his brother and place his trust in Naruto, entrusting both Sasuke's future and the fate of the shinobi world to him. Many fans are drawn to Itachi because of his lasting appeal comes from being a tragic hero whose life is defined by immense sacrifice and moral complexity. This stands in stark contrast to his calm, reserved, and mysterious demeanor. The combination of a brutal past with a principled yet secretive way of living makes him one of the most compelling and memorable characters in the Naruto series. Now I want to discuss Itachi's growth and character arc. As the story unfolds, Itachi changes dramatically from someone intentionally portrayed as a cruel, villainous figure who massacred his own clan to a tragic and loyal shinobi who sacrificed everything for his village and for his brother. Throughout his life, Itachi learned powerful lessons about sacrifice, peace, and the heavy burden that comes with power. He came to understand the true cost of war and eventually realized that he would not carry every burden alone. However, Itachi also failed in an important way. He believed he could control Sasuke's destiny through extreme manipulation, which only caused more pain and suffering. Despite this, he ultimately found redemption by guiding Sasuke toward the truth before his death, helping him understand the importance of seeking truth and the emptiness of revenge. Itachi's character arc is often praised as one of the most well-earned and realistic in the series because it avoids the typical black and white morality common in shonen stories. Instead, his actions are grounded in high-stakes philosophical conflicts, deep personal sacrifice, and lasting mental trauma. Now to focus on Itachi's consistency and eternal logic as a character. Despite being one of the strongest shinobi in the series, his true nature is reflected in his preference for minimizing bloodshed. He rarely killed unless it was absolutely necessary, often relying on genjutsu to end battles quickly and efficiently, reducing physical harm to both himself and his opponents. This mindset is also noticeable in his avoidance of unnecessary conflict. During his time as a member of the Akatsuki, Itachi frequently chose to retreat rather than engage in pointless violence. A clear example of this is when he offered to withdraw from Konoha after briefly confrontation with Kakashi and my guy, instead of escalating the fight. Additionally, his use of Tsukuyomi functioned more as a form of strategic deterrence, an instrument of a psychological dominance designed to incapacitate enemies swiftly rather than prolong battles or take lives. Many of Itachi's decisions feel natural and justified within the story. His role in stopping the Uchiha coup is an obvious example, but his decision in infiltrating the Akatsuki is just as significant. As a double agent, he deliberately positioned himself as an internal obstacle, ensuring the organization could not act against the Hidden Leaf while he was still alive. During his time, he closely monitored Obito, whom he recognized as a major threat to the village's stability. Another thoughtful and justified decision came during his reanimation, when he chose to place his trust in Naruto. In their conversation, Itachi openly admitted his failures, acknowledging that trying to shoulder everything alone and deceive Sasuke had been a mistake. He then entrusted Naruto with Shishii's eye and with Sasuke's redemption, finally accepting that a true Hokage is someone acknowledged by others, not someone who manipulates the world from the shadows. Finally, Itachi's role reached its natural conclusion during the Fourth Great Ninja War, when his sole focus became stopping Kabuto and ending the Edo Tensei. This moment served as the climax of his life as a hidden hero. In the process, he was also able to reveal the full truth to Sasuke before his soul departed, a moment that felt emotionally earned after years of secrecy and deception. Next, I want to discuss how impactful Itachi was to the overall story. One of the most significant contributions was how he shaped Sasuke's journey. By presenting himself as the villain who slaughtered their family, Itachi set Sasuke on a lifelong path of revenge. The goal became the core motivation behind Sasuke's development and heavily influenced the choices he made throughout the series. Another major impact comes from the mystery surrounding Itachi's past. His true motives and identity were revealed, gradually creating deep suspense and making him a crucial plot device. Through Itachi's story, the series explores powerful themes such as self-sacrifice, duty versus personal desires, the burdens of war, and the idea that true heroes often work from the shadows. In this way, Itachi became a symbol of the series' central themes. Itachi's interaction with other characters also had lasting effects. He often challenged others by pushing them to grow through conflict and adversity. During his encounters with Naruto, Itachi tested Naruto's resolve by confronting his insecurities about failing to bring back Sasuke. forcing him to acknowledge his shortcomings. At the same time, Itachi showed trust in Naruto by entrusting him with Shishui's power, preparing him for the difficult path ahead and for the responsibility of protecting Konoha and guiding Sasuke's future. There were also moments where Itachi directly supported other characters. He fought alongside Sasuke against Kabuto and used Izanami to trap him, breaking the Edo Tensei technique. This act released all reanimated shinobi and helped turn the tide of the war. After the battle, Itachi finally revealed his true feelings to Sasuke, expressing his love and passing on his knowledge and power. This moment provided emotional closure and gave Sasuke the strength he needed to face Obito. Ultimately, Itachi's existence enriched the story by showing what a true Hokage looks like. When operating in the shadows as a double agent, he gave his life for the village while living in darkness and infamy. His dealings with Obito and his unwavering dedication to protecting both Konoha and his younger brother stand as a testament to his selflessness, earning him among many fans the unofficial title of a true Hokage. In the end, Itachi didn't change the world through power. He changed it through restraint, through silence, through a love so severe it destroyed his own name to protect someone else's future. Long after the battles are forgotten, Itachi's legacy remains not as a legend of strength, but as a reminder that the hardest sacrifices are the ones no one ever thanks you for. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.